Welcome back to Toledo Speedway for the RC Cola 200 here in Toledo, Ohio for the Hooters Cup late models. Roby Helm up track side, Mark Bishardi alongside, Brian Drebber in the pits, and Mark Bishardi north versus south shootout. Just like we had last night, we have a lot of new faces in the 34 car field this afternoon, and last night we had Dick Anderson that was the winner, but not by much. Had a visibility problem with the crumpled hood on the front end. Fred Campbell, a Northern Star, right on his back bumper, made a hard charge at the end. And Mario Gosselin coming home in that third spot. So you had a Southern driver, the winner, a Northern driver in third, a Southern driver in fourth. A nice mix all the way back through the field.
They were really looking forward to last night. The Iceman guys or the Northern guys were looking forward to racing with the Hooters Cup drivers. And the Hooters Cup drivers were talking for weeks about coming up here and challenging these two racetracks. But I think this racetrack here, they were looking forward to a little bit more. Columbus was tight. I mean, it was a quick racetrack, small. This, as far as some of the drivers have told me, it resembles New Smyrna in the fact that it has a bump, a nasty bump going into 3 that you have to negotiate, the same as New Smyrna has. And it's a horsepower track that you have to have good shocks, good handling to race on. So it's kind of surprising that Dickie qualified that far back, but it's not surprising to see Bobby Gill, never have been here before, qualifying on the outside of the front row. But Dennis Berry, who did qualify as your pole winner.
And here's the point standings for the Hooters Cup Series coming into tonight's event. Mike Garvey with 666 points out in front by just 2 points over last night's winner, Dick Anderson. Mario Gosselin in the third spot with 654. Daryl Shelnut right behind him. Then we have John Crow, Bobby Gill, Steve Christian, Larry Raines. Jimmy Cope didn't make the trip. Blew an engine 2 weeks ago at Lakeland. Has not had a chance to get that car ready. Hope to see him at DeSoto Speedway in Bradenton, Florida in 2 weeks. And Ronnie Sanders rounding out the top 10 with 419 points. Mark, you mentioned the Iceman Series, and that would be the northern version of the Hooters Cup Series that basically runs in the southeast. We're making a swing through Ohio, and we're seeing some good competition between the two series. And starting on the pole position will be an Iceman driver with a Hooters Cup driver alongside in row 1. And a lot of money up for grabs here today at Toledo Speedway. $10,000 to win, and you can see the breakdown on your screen. It goes all the way down, and the top 15 places will pick up over $1,000. And you can see 16th through 28th and probably through the field, $1,000 to start. So that's a lot of money for these drivers, and a lot of them have come a long way to race for that money.
Well, they look for the big purse, the $10,000 to win, but to be able to run in the back, you know, just to make the field, you're going to make $1,000. So that's quite a deal for these drivers.
Here's your starting lineup for tonight's, or this afternoon rather, RC Cola 200. Starting on the pole position, Iceman Series driver in car number 11, Dennis Berry. On the outside, the front row in car number 71 out of Dalton, Georgia, the Goodwrench Chevrolet Monte Carlo for Bobby Gill. Fred Campbell, who finished second last night at Columbus Motor Speedway, starts on the inside of row 2. One of the Iceman Series drivers. Outside of him, Mario Gosselin, currently third in the Hooters Cup point standings, driving the Budweiser Chevrolet, car number 10 out of Lake Wales, Florida. The Hooters Cup point leader Mike Garvey out of Stockbridge, Georgia, will start the RC Cola Draft Chevrolet Monte Carlo on the inside of row 3. That'll be car number 91. Outside of him, out of Wisconsin, in car number 53, Scott Hansen. Dave Kuhlman, car number 24, goes from the inside of row 4, outside the fourth row in car number 65, and he's a multi-time winner of the Iceman Series Championship. It'll be Tim Ice. Kenny Phillips, car number 15. He'll go from the inside of row 5 on the outside of fifth row. Car number 41 for Scott Baker. Row number 6 on the inside, it'll be Mike Hunter in car number 46. And kind of a surprise this afternoon, starting 12th in car number 92, Dick Anderson. In the 7th row on the inside, car number 18 for Ronnie Sanders out of Fayetteville, Georgia, in car number 18. Outside of him, the Jackaroo Barbecue Sauce Chevrolet Monte Carlo, the leading rookie in the point standings for the Hooters Cup Series. It'll be John Crow in car number 38. Chuck Romell in the 0 car starts on the inside of the 8th row, outside of row 8 in car number 98. Six-time All-Pro champion Jody Ridley out of Chatsworth, Georgia. Daryl Shelnut, the naturally fresh salad dressing Chevrolet Monte Carlo out of Hialeah, Florida, will start on the inside the 9th row in car number 7. Outside of him in car number 4, the Hooters Chevrolet out of Fort Myers, Florida for Randy Fox. Row number 10 on the inside, car number 30, it'll be Glenn Galt. Outside of him in car number 29, it'll be David Whitlock. Row number 11 on the inside. In car number 12 out of Sugar Hill, Georgia, it'll be Steve Christian in the B&G Oil Chevrolet Monte Carlo, another one of the top rookie drivers in the Hooters Cup Series. Outside of him in car number 2, it'll be Mark Catone. Row number 12 on the inside, Mark Green, the Papa John's Pizza Chevrolet out of Jeffersonville, Indiana, one of the 3 Green brothers. We have Mark Green here today. And outside of row 12 in car number 14 out of the state of Wisconsin, Al Schill. Starting 25th in car number 69, it'll be Ron Allen. 26th will be Jerry Cook in car number 13. Bob Blount, car number 1, will start 27th. 28 will be Don Davis Jr. out of Georgia in the 06 car. The defending Hooters Formula Cup champion, Anthony Lazaro, in the late model this afternoon. He'll start 29th in car number 44, the Hooters Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Going 30th in car number 6, it'll be Rick Shepard. Car number 31 will be George Rangel in car number 26. Outside of him will be Gary McCoy in the 116. And in the final row, starting 33rd on the inside, car number 27, another Hooters Formula Cup driver, David Elliott in the Papa John Chevrolet team car to Mark Green. And rounding out the field, Nevin Jenkins, car number 3, also making the field as promoters' choices. In 35th, it'll be Larry Raines in car number 37 and Marilyn McCrary in the Nikon Optics Chevrolet, car number 57, rounding out the field. An impressive looking field, and Mark, we're getting ready to go green.
This is a very impressive looking field.
Not sure if this is going to work as the pole sitter picks up the pace, but the green flag comes out. Bobby Gill late at the switch on the start. Tony Boswell waves the green flag, and Fred Campbell will move underneath Gill to move up into the second spot. So we've got Dennis Berry out in front, Fred Campbell in second. Bobby Gill runs third. Down on the inside, it'll be Mike Garvey moving underneath Mario Goslin to take over the 4th position. Goslin riding in the 5th spot in the red number 10 Budweiser Chevrolet. About the top 8 cars pulling away from the second group of automobiles. Scott Hansen, car number 53, at the tail of the lead group down the front straightaway. Then we go back, there you see the 41 car of Scott Baker. Had a rough night last night. The whole front end of that car was pretty much torn off, and as you heard in the open today, that Scott Baker brought another car for this race. A lot of these drivers bringing more than one car and running those cars today. Looking back through the field, there you see Tim Ice, the 3-time Iceman Series champion in car number 65. I think we're going to be hearing a lot about him today, Mark.
Yes, we will. He expects to get to the front pretty quick. This is his favorite racetrack. He considers this home, and it proves it with his championships he's won.
Field working down the back straight away. Looking at some of the other drivers back through the field. There you see the leaders. Dennis Berry, car number 11 on the point. And he also is a Iceman champion.
He's 3-time consecutive Iceman Series champion. And he's being pressured by Fred Campbell, who's also a past Iceman champion.
Then throw into the mix Bobby Gill out of Dalton, Georgia, originally out of Sarasota, Florida. And he's no stranger to the drivers up here in the north, as he picked up a win at St. Paul, Minnesota in ASA competition.
Yes, it was 3 weeks ago. He's really enjoying coming here to the north. It's different types of tracks that he's getting to run. He's running against some class competition.
There you see Mike Garvey, car number 91, the RC Cola Draft Chevrolet Monte Carlo, the point leader in Hooters Cup competition. He's going to look to the inside of Bobby Gill down the back straightaway. As we look off back through the field, there you see Ronnie Sanders in the 18 car as he breathes down the tailpipe of Mike Hunter in car number 46.
We got quite a battle going on for the 4th and 5th position between Mario Goslin and Bobby Gill.
Mike Garvey has brought the 91 car up into the 3rd spot. Goslin moving underneath Bobby Gill down the front straightaway. So Bobby Gill had a good qualifying time, but dropping back early in this race.
Well, you wonder whether he's going to try and save the tires. He's not afraid to pit. So I wouldn't count Bobby Gill out. He's been known to come in the pits, grab a couple tires, come back out, and go straight to the front.
Mark, before the race, did the drivers make any comments about tire wear on this racetrack?
Not a whole lot. I think they expect to pit because this is a very big racetrack. It's an older track. it probably is abrasive on the tires. So we expect to see quite a few of them pit during the race.
And kind of an unconventional pit road here at Toledo Speedway. They have a small figure-8 track in the infield, and the drivers have set up their pits on an oval inside the half mile here at Toledo Speedway, as we see a battle back through the pack. Don Davis Jr. on the inside in the 06 car. He's doing battle with Rick Shepard in car number 6 as they shoot down the back straightaway. And Anthony Lazaro right there in car number 44. We saw Anthony Lazaro win the Hooters Formula Cup race last night at Columbus Motor Speedway. He loves to get behind the wheel of these late models.
Oh, he looks forward to it, to be able to go from those light little 4-cylinder open wheel cars to these 2,800 pound cars. It's incredible to see him be able to race this far up in the field.
There you see Nevin Jenkins in car number 3, started towards the back of the pack, trying to work his way up through the field. Didn't have quite as good of a qualifying run as he wanted to have, got in on a provisional start as they work around the outside of Marilyn McCrary in car number 57, running off the pace in the Nikon Optics Chevrolet, as Nevin Jenkins is right on his back door is George Rangel in car number 26.
Well, George Rangel's quite a story. He told me that this is his first late model race, but don't be just, take that the way it is, because he races all over the Midwest in a sportsman car. He's raced 45 different racetracks in a sportsman car. He's a crew chief on the ARCA car for Rick Shepard. So Rick Shepard told me this kid has a ton of talent.
And there you see the race leader, Dennis Berry, going around the outside, the veteran from the state of Wisconsin, Al Schill in the 14 car. And watching racing in Wisconsin through the years, I can remember watching Al Schill race against the likes of Dick Trickle and Alan Kowicki, Rusty Wallace, and all the ASA veterans. So Schill's been around a long time, a 30-year veteran. He's won 15 track championships, including 5 at the super fast Slinger Speedway in Slinger, Wisconsin.
And it's funny that you talk about that, because he would have rather talked about his son winning his first championship this year at Lake Geneva. He didn't want to talk about his championships.
And we've got trouble on the front straightaway. Car number 13, Jerry Cook, blew an engine coming off the 4th turn. We had one car spin behind him, and everything appears to look okay, and it's the 26 car, George Rangel, that spun coming off the 4th turn, got in the oil put down by Jerry Cook, who blew an engine in the early going here at Toledo Speedway.
Well, Jerry Cook blew the motor coming out of 4, and he tried to duck down to get on the pit road to keep from being in anybody's way, but there was too much traffic down there, and the 26 seemed to get into it and just spin to the inside.
Caution flag coming out on the 18th lap. The caution laps do count in Hooters Cup racing until we get to the 10 to go mark. So at lap 190, we will have 10 green flag laps to the finish. So the laps do count under caution except for the final 10. And Dennis Berry at the head of the field leading the RC Cola 200. And we'll be back for the restart right after these messages. So stay with us. We'll be right back to Toledo Speedway from Toledo, Ohio.